Hello from Yes Queen channel. Thank you very much for watching our video. And in today's video, I would like to share some advice for companies on how to be friendly towards LGBTQI plus people. So, first of all, I'm a Japanese woman working in Tokyo, working as a consultant, and I'm a lesbian. So, I think, I can give some advice for companies, because nowadays, companies are more aware of the importance of the diversity, and how to treat with LGBTQI plus people. So with my experience and also with some research, I would like to first explain why it's better to be LGBTQI plus friendly company and how to be friendly towards LGBTQI plus people. So first I would like to start with a comparison, between the companies which are positive towards LGBTQI plus people and companies which are negative towards LGBTQI plus people. So first, if the companies are positive towards LGBTQI plus people, more people will be interested in working for those companies. I was one of them, especially when I was looking for a job. When I was a grad student. So, when I was a student, I was at the Tokyo Rainbow Pride, and I saw my previous consulting firm at the booth, and at that time, I think it was the only consulting firm. It was the only really big global consulting firm at the booth. So I was like, wow, consulting firm, and consulting firms seems very they love facts, they love data, they love numbers. They like to be logical, but they were at the booth, showing the support for the LGBTQI plus people. So I thought, wow, this company is very supportive and understanding. So I think I can feel comfortable working for that company. So that is one of the biggest reasons I decided to work for my previous company. And I saw many friendly people. I felt very comfortable actually. So yeah, and it's also good for CSR. CSR stands for corporate social responsibility. It's good for the reputation for the company itself to show that, the company cares about everyone. They don't exclude, they don't discriminate, they don't ignore, they don't neglect anyone. They welcome everyone, This kind of positive attitude invites people, not only LGBTQI plus people like me, but anyone who would like to work for the company with diversity, or with understanding and welcoming atmosphere. So being LGBTQI plus friendly has a very positive impact, because it shows that the companies are very friendly towards anyone basically. On the other hand, if the companies are negative towards LGBTQI plus people, it leads to the loss of resource. At my previous work, I saw some LGBTQI plus people, and some of them were telling me that they quit their previous job because they couldn't come out and they didn't feel comfortable working for those companies. So it actually happens. Loss of resources happens because the companies are not understanding towards LGBTQI plus people. And when I talk about the loss of resources, it doesn't only talk about the loss of current existing resources. It also leads to the loss of potential resources. These young talented people, if they're LGBTQI plus people and feel okay, I am not welcomed here because they don't understand about sexual minority or sexual orientation, different sexual orientation. Or, if these young talented people, even they're heterosexual, they're straight, if they feel okay, these companies are not understanding, these companies are not appreciating the diversity, then I wouldn't want to work here, So, again, it's the loss of potential resources. So, why not be welcoming towards everyone, And also, talking about the diversity, if the company is positive towards LGBTQI plus people, it leads to creativity, because for example, when we match different skills or when we match different ideas, it leads to the creation of new idea. So in this environment, people are motivated and people are happy to work. It kind of creates the good working environment. And again, on the other hand, if the company is negative towards like the LGBTQI plus people, it leads to confrontation or conflict, I mean, if people are harassing others, neglecting others, discriminating others because of their sexual orientation or sexual identity, of course, like, there will be bad tension, and people will lack motivation. Yeah, and again, like I've mentioned earlier, it will lead to the loss of resources. So let's try to be LGBTQI plus friendly companies. Thank you. And now I'm actually going to talk about how to be LGBTQI plus friendly companies. So one, you can join the Rainbow Pride. It doesn't have to be Tokyo Rainbow Pride. There are like any other Rainbow Prides within Japan or like in different countries. I'm not only talking to like Japanese viewers, I'm talking to like worldwide viewers. So check if the companies you're interested in are at the Rainbow booth, or I'm sorry, this is the advice for the company. So yeah, I recommend companies to like enter, to like join the Rainbow booth to show the support. It's very good. Like, I was one of those people that I was convinced, oh, I would like to work for that company because this company is very supportive. It really works. It really gives people, the really good and positive and friendly image about your company. And also another one would be regulations. Like what kind of regulations? For example, you could try to your company could try to treat same-sex partners and transgender employees equally to like heterosexual partners and heterosexual people, or like these kind of like social welfare, and also like arrangement of the locker room or bathroom kind of thing. Yes. And another advice would be you can have like seminars to provide the education on like sexual minority or sexual orientation, better understanding of LGBTQI plus people. I also like give lessons. I belong to NPO, and the NPO that I belong to provide lessons or seminars or workshop for companies or schools. So children, parents, and companies and employees can have a better understanding on LGBTQI plus people. So yeah, like having a seminar is another way. And also if your company receives some award related to LGBTQI plus people, that's also a plus. And since I'm a Japanese, I'm going to give an example of I'm going to give example on how Japanese award works. So there's a voluntary group called Work with Pride, and so they evaluate companies each year, if the companies are supportive towards LGBTQI plus people. So I'm sorry, I'm going to look at some memos because I did a research on it. So yeah, so last year, 2019, 194 companies have applied, and 2 years ago, which is 2018, 153 companies have applied. So last year, more than 1.5 times companies have applied compared to 2 years ago. So it shows that more companies are being interested and being eager to show that they are friendly towards LGBTQI plus people. So they evaluate companies by called Pride Index. So Pride Index includes 5 categories. So first one is that they have policies for sexual minorities and they announce it publicly. And second one is that if they have internal communities for LGBTQ plus people, and also if they have internal and external consultation desks. And third one is if they provide education activities for their employees, like having a seminar. And fourth one is that if they treat same-sex partners or transgender employees equally, or it's more about how they treat same-sex partners and transgender employees. And the last one is if they have any social contribution activities, or if they have any like public activities to promote the understanding of LGBTQI plus people. So I mean, if the companies are evaluated as being very supportive, they get gold, silver, or bronze award. And especially if the companies are recognized as being like, you know, working on it very like eagerly, and if they've been very innovative, they get the special award called the Best Practice Award. So last year, 2019, 4 companies have received this Best Practice Award. So the first one is Toto, which is known for the toilets, you know. So what they did was that they did the survey on the use of the public bathroom, public toilets, and by the use of public toilets by sexual minority, and they announced it. They shared the information. And the second one is JR Ace Japan, which is the railway company, and they held the LGBT network event for their employees. And third one is JAL, Japan Airline. So it is the airline company. So they've provided this LGBT Ally charter flight, so which was the first attempt in Japan. And the last one is Lixil, which provides the housing equipment. And they've also done the survey, but kind of different one. So they've done the survey on the use of the office bathroom by the all genders, and they also shared this information. So if your company is trying to be like recognized as being LGBTQI plus friendly, I also recommend you to like apply for this kind of like Pride Index Pride Index to be evaluated. And even if your viewers are not from Japan, like you can also like, I'm sure like there are also like different kind of evaluation or like award system in many countries. So please apply for it. So these are the advices. And if you have any advice, please share in the comments. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to this channel. So thank you very much, and bye. See you very soon.